What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be all about eating. So I'm going to show you a full day of eating. I'm going to break down each meal that I have through the day. So as you saw before, what I've got is a 3-egg omelette with some chopped peppers, and also I've got 30 grams of 50% less cheese. I have a nice glass of water here, and I have a little bit of juice because we are going to be training after this, so I didn't want like a heavy meal to digest, so I've only got about an hour to get to the gym and get in there. And this is an apple and kiwi mango juice for the morning, so that's about 150 mils, which leads us to about 100 calories. And I think how many carbs are in here? So 18 grams of carbs in this little bad boy, with a little serving of 50% less sugar ketchup as well. Eat this, digest, get ready, hit the gym. Pre-workout of choice. So this is a non-stimulant pre-workout, which is by Gaspari, and it's called Super Pump. The flavour that I got was a grape cooler, which is pretty decent. So this doesn't actually have any caffeine in. This is one of the reasons why I choose this, especially when I'm training lower body. It kind of reduces, you know, the feeling of actually feeling sick. You know, I'm just trying to have a little bit of time off from the old caffeine. So pre-workout, going in, gym in T-minus 30 minutes. Okay, back from the gym. So it's about sort of 15-20 minutes. So I'm just literally walking to get some steps in because we're only allowed an hour in the gym, and I do apologise if it's a little bit windy, but what I've got as a post-workout shake is 1 scoop of chocolate brownie My Protein whey, which is 25 grams, and then I've got some carb powder in there also, which is Vitargo. So this is like no sugar at all, it's just literally a carb powder, but I don't take the full amount. I had 40 grams, which gives me about 36 grams of carbs. So I try and tend to get a shake in kind of straight away. I trained lower body, so I feel a bit like nauseous and just a bit sick. So just trying to just sip it as I get some steps in through the day. So the step count of the goal is obviously 10k, 10,000 steps a day minimum, and then anything over the top of that is a bonus. So we've had breakfast and then a shake so far, and the total calories are here on the screen, and I will see you all at the next meal. Okay, we are back in the kitchen, and what we've got is the next meal. So I've had that shake probably about an hour ago, and I'm going to show you this next meal here. Bearing in mind I made this last night, so it's kind of like a guesstimate of the numbers, because I didn't actually weigh it when I cooked it last night. So I just guesstimated it. Like I said, I put down 150 grams of 5% lean beef mince, chopped up courgettes, and some leeks. How it's made was with a dolmio spicy chili bolognese sauce. So I put half of the amount in this meal on MyFitnessPal, and then we've got 1 serving of Mexican styled rice, which is just pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then voila. So this is going to be our next meal. Just checking in, we have a little bit of a food shop going on. Just popped into Aldi, so that's kind of where I get all my food. If you see my recent videos or follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I shop mainly sort of in Aldi, primarily because it's sort of close to my house, and it is also close to the gym that I train at. So I'm just going to show you kind of the stuff that I bought today. We're unpacking. We've got some bread, got some coffee, got the peppers. The best thing about Aldi is that they have these sort of like meal kits. So I guess these are to sort of feed 2 people, as in like serves 2. So these are beef fajita stir fries. So it comes with all the veg, the beef in there obviously, and then I guess this is sort of some sort of sour cream sauce. And you can kind of just whack all that in the pan and then like half it, or even eat 1 full. But half the pack is 250 calories, 16 grams of fat, 5 grams of sugar, and I bet there's a hell of a lot of protein in there. But yeah, very good for Aldi. And stuffed peppers and chive dip, which is my favourite. Long grain rices, potatoes that we just whack in the oven. The only thing that is bad with these is the fat content is absolutely through the roof. So 14 grams of fat per half of these. So you're looking at 28 grams of fat in there. So I guess they're just caked in some sort of oil, and that is probably the reason why they are so high. So one serving of that, well, half a serving is 283 calories. So you wouldn't think it's just from potato, but just make sure you look in the back of it and it will give you a sight. Chicken breasts here, obviously some lean beef mint. So the kind of sauce I get, which is just like a chili sauce, medium spice. We've got some tuna chunks. Again, with this, I'll always get it in the water, not like the brine or oil. Then we just got some thick cut bacon. Then we got some Dorito tortilla chips, things I kind of snack on. We've got chocolate rice cake, fruits, which are raspberries, blueberries. We've got some bananas, and again, another little meal kit. With this one is a fish masala. So same thing, it's already there for you with the sauce. So I don't use all of that sauce, I'll probably use half of it, and then I'll add sort of maybe like the white long grain rice with it as a sort of meal. But look how much fish you get. I think this was about £2.50. And if you were to sort of buy normal fish on its own, like salmon or anything, you would be at least paying sort of £3-4 for it. So this is an absolute bargo. Granola, raisin, almond, avocados with carrot and Swede mash. Easy. You just pop that in the old microwave, stab it at the top, and then I'll probably, oh god, and then we'll. So that is kind of, that lasts me maybe 3 days, 3 to 4 days, depending if I go out or anything like that. But that came to about, I think it was about 38 quid. So on my other video I did a little mini shop, so it was kind of similar. So I kind of do this sort of every four days, I'd say. Obviously pricing depends on like what you buy, but it's roughly around that price, and that's why Aldi's really good. I could afford to shop at like Marks and Spencer's or Sainsbury's or anything like that, but I actually prefer Aldi's food because the just selection is much better, and it kind of suits my sort of lifestyle and what I want to do, rather than sort of in Sainsbury's. But I don't know, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Okay team, made a bit of a cereal. So the cereal I went for was the one that I've just showed you. I've had 70 grams of this with 111 millilitres of milk, so lactose free milk, some rice cakes, which are the chocolate coated ones. So I'm gonna have all three of them. So I needed quite a lot of carbs to hit still, because the calories are quite low, especially on a lower body day. So I tend to eat a little bit more on lower body days rather than on an upper body day. So this actual meal, that and that, is 594 calories. It just goes to show, like, serving size and portion size is so important, because I would definitely put like way more cereal in there and it would have been way over like the amount of calories for this sort of meal anyway. So this is why we kind of, you know, make people more aware of like what's in foods and educate yourself in what is like the amount of food, because if I was to put a picture up in that and put it in comparison to, you know, half a pizza, you'd always say like half a pizza's more, when it's probably not. Yeah, anyway, I'm waffling, but I'm gonna eat this and then I will check it with you a little bit later on. Right guys, so we're about to cook some dinner. Just checking on my MyFitnessPal of how many calories I've got remaining. So what I've decided to do is sort of go for a lower carb option, because that will lead me to have some carbs a little bit later on in the day. It's 7 o'clock now, so I want to tend to eat another meal just before I go to bed. So what I've got cooking here is some leeks slowly cooked into there. Then we just stir that before they burn, so just slow cook them. Then I've just chopped up some courgettes, and I'm going to chop up a little bit of a pepper. But what I've got is 220 grams of just chicken breast. And then what I'm going to do in that meal as like a dressing, so what I'm gonna do is gonna have 1 serving of some peanut butter, and then I'm gonna boil the kettle, and then I'll take the hot water and drizzle it over the peanut butter to give you a sort of like a satay peanut butter sauce, and that will be sort of like a high protein, high fat but low carb meal right there. And there we have it, the end result. So this is going to be my low carb, high fat, high protein meal, and then we are going to enjoy one last little meal towards the end. My total macros so far, don't know if you can see that, probably not going to focus, but what I've had so far is 237 grams of carbs, I've had 72 grams of fat, so that's probably where I want to leave it, and then I've had 178 grams of protein, which gives us 2,365 calories done. So basically to hit 2,500 I need to hit another 135, but basically coming from carbohydrates because I don't want to eat too much more protein and definitely not too much fat. But for now I'm going to eat this, enjoy it, and I'll see you for that final meal. Right team, it is coming towards the end of the day. It is, well, just 9:15. Just been super chilled, just chill out, watch a bit of Netflix, and I'm just about to eat the last part of the remaining calories that I need to eat for today. So what I've got is I'm going to have a portion of raspberries, so I won't track these because if anybody knows, or if you didn't know, there's not really much calories in these, so these are kind of like a 0 point food. But what I'm going to have is one slice of this superseded farmhouse bread, which is already in there, and then I'm going to have a small serving of some strawberry jam. So yeah, I tend to sort of have something a little bit more carby towards the end of the night, just primarily because it makes me sleep better. It just helps me. I don't know if it's psychologically or if it, like, again, people are different, so those are the kind of reasons. So I kind of like change it as well. Either it could be oats, but it all depends how many calories I am on. But this is probably the first time I've tracked calories in a very, very long time, and it did surprise me actually, as, like, you know, I've done probably what, 2,600 calories, but this kind of seems like a small amount, like not a small amount, but the overall numbers seem relatively low when I thought maybe they were going to be much more higher. So yeah, just something to think about. And like, if you've made it this far to the video, I know it's quite overwhelming, like using like MyFitnessPal and tracking it all, but like the more that you like use it and get used to using it and like scanning the codes in and searching the foods and stuff, it is so easy. And for something that is free and can help you and like, you know, have a massive effect on a weight loss journey, or even, you know, building muscle and progressing in that kind of way as well, it's priceless. And I think people need to educate themselves a little bit more and understand what's in foods, because that's where, like, you know, where people go massively wrong and think that, you know, if it's small it doesn't mean it has loads of calories in. But 9 times out of 10, if it looks small and it looks really good and it tastes really good, there's loads of calories in them. So I'm going to leave the video here, but I will probably all see you in the next video. But before we do that, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and have a good day.